Hello, hello, hello. Test, test, test. Hello, hello, hello. Test, test, test. Nothing comes through. Oh, wrong audio. Nothing comes through. Oh, okay, it works. Okay, cool. Let me paste the link in a couple places and then get started again. So we had only one request, which was Apple. So we're going to be starting up with that. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for confirmation. Apple, here we go. Got a bit higher time frame. And this was the chart that we've been dealing with. So, a couple ideas overall. Some kind of corrective structure to these lows or these lows, one or the other. Looking at this as a potential fifth wave. We even took a high here, which again fits more into the idea that, again, this can't be a B wave because, again, we have created a new high. So this B has to be up in here. It is possible to label it as such as well, because this can be a 5 wave here, and there's no invalidation for that. It's just not really pretty. I was thinking this expanded flat here, but I'm not quite sure how it fits into that higher time frame idea at this moment. It is starting to take quite a long time. It might be that this wave 4 is not done, and we have A, B, C here. Let's take a look at those proportions here on higher time frame. That is way larger. I mean, it still fits. It still fits for a wave 4. So wave 4 would be in here. So this, instead of would be something like this. Kind of fits. It would be a different structure than we have on the wave 2. That fits as well. But we have long ways to go down to. Still another 20% if this is the case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, definitely not clear. It might be that this is just wave 1 of that C wave. So again, these highs here have not gone back to previous highs, so that means that we have a potential for a wave 3 here. It doesn't tag the 1.618 here on either log or arithmetic, but this is possible here. So this would be probably minute. We currently have that divergence here. This is kind of odd though. To have that RSI low on a wave 1. That is super odd. It might be that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 with a diagonal here, and then 4 and 5, or that we have 3, 4, 5, and this fourth would be one hop over, same as this. So this fifth wave would be one step lower as well. What I want to do here is look for a short opportunity to the downside once we retrace enough. So I'm going to be setting an alert here beyond the previous highs, and I want to be seeing at least 50% retracements before I am going to be even thinking about shorting this. But this would be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. That would be the ideal. And yeah, targets would be down below the wave A here. It could be that we are targeting the liquidity down below here as well, but yeah, this is really good looking, even with the 0.5 as the retracement, or the retracement for that wave too. But again, we need to have the structure first built before we can take action. But that's Apple. Let's go through the indices next. See how they have been behaving. We've had quite a downfall here, which is very possible that it's just the start of it. We've had now divergences here starting to form on 4-hour time frame, which is a signal that, okay, this trend is going to be getting some kind of a pullback. We had a trend break here as well. We'll see if this trend is going to be holding up here. Maybe on 1 hour we don't have that same trend. Maybe this some kind of channel here forming into the highs. We don't want it to break these previous highs here on RSI as well. And the idea here for retracements, again, 50% at least, if we want to be trading. And to me, this is a short trade overall to the downside. If this indeed is an expanded flat, you know, we're going to be targeting the lows here, and revisiting the October 2022 lows, if this indeed is the wave 1 of that C wave. So what do is we are going to be keeping track of this very carefully, because this is important. And yeah, setting alert. I kind of want market structure shift, but it might be a possibility for try to play the wave 2 as well if we get a structure like this, and then look for a long here locally. Oops, that is short. This is a long here, targeting something like this, and then targeting this here on higher degree. This would be some kind of looking for an ABC structure to be forming here, and then look for that downside. So that's ES. Oh, sorry, Dow. That's Dow. Going to be, let's see, the smaller time frame for me to be interested in longing. It's probably, we are probably right around playing with the point of control of this range here soon. Yeah, I kind of need it to come down a bit lower. Going to be setting an alert for the 50% of this one as well. That fits right into this area of interest here that we've had some interest as well. So again, that is an ideal area. Let's set an alert here. There we go. So that is around 37,948. And these are happening all over on the indices. We had a couple of different ideas here. If this was to end, I was looking for a long setup. It didn't end. So I think we are again targeting more of these 1, 2, potentially 3, 4, 5 here as a potential diagonal here into wave 1 or something. It's very short to this potential wave 2, and according to this, if this indeed is the case, either we have some kind of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, or some kind of diagonal here in play. If we are looking at the most bearish scenario, let's take a look at that. One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. We are still quite far away from any kind of pullback on ES. So yeah, keep that in mind. These are not really looking too hot. We don't even have divergences. We don't get to the one-to-one extension here. It's going to be setting an alert here at one-to-one, and I would be longing against potentially the low. This is not as strong looking now as I want it to, but if this indeed is an impulsive structure, I don't think it is part of anything like this ABC or something, because that is just weird looking. Now Nasdaq. This was the short idea. The idea here overall was looking for a wave 4. Previous wave 4 was here. Low degree. Everything is shifted again due to the contract switch. So let's just do something like that. They're all over the place now. Oh man. So this is the high here, right? So some kind of wave 1. It looks kind of like an expanding diagonal here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If this indeed is a diagonal to the downside, it is quite bearish as we have extended beyond the 1.618 on both. So again, it is kind of bearish. We're getting some kind of divergence now forming, so it is possible that we go through that now. So a potential wave 4 is to come. Could be that we are creating something like this, but again, at this point, this would most likely be just sub-minuet for an A, B, and C. Minuet, and this would be that wave 4, if indeed that is still the case. It's possible that wave 4 is here, and we have just weird looking 1, 2, some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. And at that point, again, this has the chance of being that fifth wave, like we have it completed in some of the other markets. But yeah, I would be interested in more shorting this as well. There's chance that this is some kind of structure like that. It doesn't look too bad still. These are not going to the 1.618, I don't think. Yeah, just around the 382. So that is still fine. 3 here, some kind of 3 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So looking for that a bit of a divergence here, and could be looking for a long setup here, whether it's going to be a potential B wave, or if we get that impulse taking out the previous high, looking for that consolidation of some sort and go long against the low, either for that B wave or a continuation of that previous trend for that potential wave 4. If this indeed is that wave 3 here at these highs, and at that point again wave 4 would be shifted over here. Again, a few different alterations, but again, we're going to be playing the setups that this allows us. So this would be the idea overall. And when do I want to be notified? It's probably when we take out potentially this high. And let's add an alert here just to know that we need to update these extensions if we extend a bit further down. Same with Russell, we had an opportunity here to go long somewhere, some kind of ABC here. I don't think that ever happened actually. And yeah, this is the only thing that kind of looks decent as a potential finish, just based on the extensions and the targets that we have. See, the 2.236 is one of the main targets for a 5-way structure, so we would have 1, 2, 3, 4, and some kind of 5 potential, something like this. But if the other markets are not done, then this for sure is not done either. The only, again, another reason why this is looking decent is just because, again, the higher degree we have taken out the end of that wave A here, and we are right around the main targets 1.236 and 1.382 for potential change in direction. We have not market or changed market structure yet, so I'll add an alert once we do that. If we don't, we're just going to be falling over, similar to the other indices that we are tracking. But yeah, idea would be looking for long setup after that tick high and then a continuation potentially up. It's not as good because I'm not quite sure if I like the higher degree on this one. If we are looking for higher, because this C wave here is potentially done as well for this ABC, and I don't know how this is going to be fitting into the picture. Maybe this B or X would be shifted later, and this is just some kind of connecting wave up and down and then up again to create even larger structure like this or something like this. Doesn't really matter which pivots we're going to be using even here. But yeah, sideways is still very much on the table on this one. And of course, once we get a real retracement into somewhere around 50% or 618, then we want to be looking for those shorts. There's some stocks. Again, Tesla is still bleeding, like we've had it. Potentially some kind of diagonal here. This is going to be invalidated soon if this is coming to a 1-to-1 extension or beyond. It's very soon there. But I haven't seen any kind of strength on it yet, so I don't really want to be just going long on it, because this could be other things as well. We could just even, I don't know, have a 1-2, 1-2 on this one. 3, 4, no, that's not right. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's still weird to me how this is playing, but yeah, we'll see. This is started as an ABC, so it is possible to extend down below into that B wave retracement all the way to $52. So yeah, to create an expanded flat here, and only then we can shift our wave X here to create that larger degree ABC or a WXY like we have here. But yeah, once we see some kind of structure forming, then we can look for longs. This is again potential 5 here. Hard to say about the structure in here. But yeah, this is similar to Russell, where we had a 3-way structure like an expanded flat, where it's potentially done, but I'm not really liking it too much. Did we take out the low here? Well, pretty much the same lows. But yeah, once we get some kind of structure change, maybe then we can look for longs. This could still be a wave 4 of some in this meta, because we are doing that sideways movement, which is very typical for a wave 4. So once we break some of these local highs, then we could be looking for a long. Bubba, sideways, not really interested in that. GameStop, nope. Netflix, oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, we had the 5th wave up at the top. We never got a retracement that I wanted to long. Actually, that would have been here. That 3 wave. Well, I did not see that before, I don't think. I think we have to be labeling something like this. And this is some kind of 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe 3, 4, 5 is ending here on micro. And then we're going to be having at least 1, 2, at least 3 more lows on Netflix before a retracement. So I'm just going to be setting an alert here, 571. If you get a nice 3-way structure, I might be looking for a short opportunity as well to the downside. I'll add an alert there around, let's see, what is this? 561.11, and yeah. Boeing, not really anything here. Potential wave 4 Coinbase. That is interesting. This kind of looks good, to be honest. Here. Yeah, that looks really nice. If this is a 1, 2, 1, 2, I mean, you could be going for a long right here on the open. It's very strict of a trade, but if that works out, that is massive potential. You might want to do that. I'm going to be probably going to be setting a trigger order on it against the you know, this low here. Depends on your exchange. Which low that is going to be. But yeah. Let's see, can I even put an order? I'm not quite sure. I can't. Even trigger. That is weird. Oh well. I need to be setting an alert here, then the top and the bottom. Just to make sure that if I see that open, stay around at the same place and not just pump up like into here, then I might be looking for that long, because the invalidation is super tight. And if this indeed is a 1, 2, 1, 2 and not just an ABC to the upside, it's still got loads of potential. Even if it takes one more low here, you could be looking for longs once it comes back. Apple, we already took a look at. Amazon, yeah, like we've talked about these potential peaks for quite a bit. Look at that, it just took out the all-time high and just nuking to the downside. Yeah, 1, 2, I'm gonna 1, 2, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, if you want to be less bearish. But yeah, I don't even know where to place I'll just add an alert somewhere here, 176, just to give me an idea if it goes up. Because these are looking weak, real weak. Oh, look at that, ARK Invest. This is interesting. I had an alert on this one, but looking at the structure, I'm not quite sure how I fit or how I want to be doing this. The higher degree one is somewhere around 1 to 1 or close to 1.236. Yeah, what up, DA? But yeah, I'm not quite sure how to label this. I originally thought this was going to be some kind of triangle. It fit decently well. We had a contraction on RSI as well, but we never got that continuation of this previous structure here. So I'm not quite sure how to label this. This is the peak here. So if this indeed is a 1, 2, well, this is another 1, 2 here. So this is still going to come to the downside, still quite ways. So a couple more lows. I'm not quite sure how to label this. It's something like this though. So maybe targeting the 1.382 here. Do you know Neo? Neo Wave. I've heard of it, but I haven't studied it, no. PayPal still looks like an ABC. If you come back down into these high $60, this is invalidated. And probably the ABC is complete at these highs here. Kind of weird. I mean, these here, 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah. Corrective? Corrective to the downside, you mean? Or to the upside? And what is it some indices or what you are tracking with it? We had this contracting diagonal here on Mara. Let's get rid of some of these old labels here, just congesting the charts. They should be here. Corrective to the downside. The indices to me are quite bad. I mean, if NeoWave shows that and gives you the setups, then that's all good. I don't know about that, so I can't really comment. There was this on Mara as well, where we had a 3-wave here, potential A, B, and C, where this would be the X wave and not the wave 1. But if this indeed is a low, where we are creating some kind of structure that ends in down here, we would have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then some kind of corrective structure to the downside before continuation up. That is super bullish though, and I'm not really seeing that much of a growth. Microsoft. One, two. A big secret, trust me. I don't trust anyone on the internet, to be honest. But if you have some like analysis, you can post it on Discord as well, and I will take a look at and see if that makes any sense for me, and seeing if I can get anything similar with Elliott Wave, because sometimes there is like a connection between different ways of looking at. That's why we connect iron shaping irons. Sharpens iron. Okay. But yeah, this is still a possibility that we pivot. But again, if we are just looking at some of these, if this is the highs here, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's still possible. But again, I'm still expecting some kind of consolidation, at least one more low, because even if this is some kind of ABC like so, it most likely is going to be looking for that liquidity down here. We have been pivoting around this area for quite a few times already, So I feel like either he just grabs the liquidity and tries to get back into it, or the same area, gets a rejection and to the downside, and then he has another chance here. But this is an interesting area for me at the moment, for Microsoft. Nvidia. I mean, we had we had these opportunities here. This is no longer valid. This looks like a 5 wave. We still have the chance that this is for wave 4. Let's see what we were looking at. We were looking for one more high here. It's still possible that it's a wave 4. Let's see the retracement here. Yeah, we are right around still that area. We don't really want it to take this low too much. This looked decent. That's why I was looking for that wave 4. Then 4 and 5. And okay, thanks. But yeah, 3 wave. But I don't know. If we are thinking about the same as the indices, the most bearish scenario here is a 1-2 here. And at that point again, that would be a 1-2 to the downside, and another 1-2, 3-4-5, 3-4-5, and so on. And this is not the case. But I think we need to be looking for a pivot somewhere before. We don't really want it to go past the 50% retracement. I'm going to be setting an alert there as well. SMH, similar story, looking for that wave 4. This is actually looking pretty decent extension wise now, but we are still looking for those consolidations, whether this is 1-2, 1-2s, looking for some kind of consolidation. And then let's put an alert below the previous wave 4 here. Google went to the upside. This is not the best structure at the moment. Might be some kind of diagonal in the formation here. That would be my guess at the moment. On AMD. It's not good as well. We never got that retracement we were looking for here. Oh well. Bitcoin. We had this idea of having this as some kind of C wave. Never really fits too well here. The only way I can be fitting this is that we have a diagonal that ends here with this weird looking structure. There is a potential 5 wave, but again, looking for a trade against this is kind of hard, because again, this is potentially, or has the chance of having this as a 3 wave as well. But again, that is the risk you sometimes need to take. So 3, maybe 3, and then come back below. If we take out this low here, then I would be interested in looking for long setups against potentially the low or an extension. ETH, I did a video on counter capital not long ago. This was the expectation. It's kind of similar. I had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, so I was looking for one more low. We haven't received that yet. So maybe again, because this looks kind of weird, maybe we have a diagonal on our hands, something of this sort. Now shows you where it is. Okay, let me take a look at the mail you sent then. I can't see it. I can't see your email. Or is it the contact email? Okay, let me check that. Oh, well, you didn't really show anything on that email. But I can reply to you on there. What else do we have? Well, that's the two main ones that I've been looking at. It's kind of weird how we are getting these structures now. But it's all good. 36 minutes gone. Not really. I was looking for this wave 4 here. We never got that low broken on BNB. This is still kind of strong to me. Although the highs have been like, what is it that? Like $700? This looked decent as well. This 3-wave. But this, like, longing on these drops is so difficult in my opinion. Because you're going to be just chopped up more or less. So that's why I don't really like to play those. I like to play the retracement on these against the low here. But, yeah. This looks like a 3-wave as well into these lows. Yeah, everything like came down in 3. Look at these. Like, it's just, where are we going to be looking for that long? It might be that these are all 1-2, 1-2s. But I think I saw some that I'm going to be probably setting a couple plays here on random coins, because all of these look like 3-wave structures to the downside, right? It might be still that we are on wave 4 of this, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we go up. Yeah, look at these, like all 3 waves. So I don't think the game is completely done, the bull scenarios, but on some of the altcoins we are getting some kind of signals for that as well. That everything might be done and that we are coming down soon, sooner than later. Jasmine held up really well. Look at that. Here we are, I would still expect 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5 at least. So a couple more highs. A, looking for that wave B here and C. Oh yeah, look at the extensions, how well they played out. Although at the time I had not labeled that in. W, X, Y. So A, B and C. Just moving these around. There's potentially some kind of triangle here. I'm looking at this higher time frame. But A, B, then 1, 2. Some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, and 5. Something like this. Like, this looks really decent in my opinion. No A, B, C, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No W, X, Y. I'm not quite sure which coin you were meaning. Or which coin you meant. But yeah, this is like bearish as hell. Going to be getting that continuation of this. Unless, again, there is the bullish scenario where we have this as an ABC here, or a WXY to the downside. And this is the start of some retracement and never taking out this low. All charts are the same. Yeah, but I think Neowave had a different labeling system as well. I think it had some different, well, of course it's different rule set because it's not Neowave, but yeah, it had a bit different ways, and I can't really remember how it was. I remember we had someone on the Discord have they were practicing harmonic Elliott wave, and that had a bit different rule set. But yeah. Oh, okay. So you would always have just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s. Okay. But just about the structure here overall for me. Like I can't really label this as a 1, 2. Well, of course we can't label that as a wave 2 because it's a triangle here. At least the way I portrayed it here. But like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, the proportions here are just off. But yeah, it has been corrupted. I don't think there's a right or wrong way, and yeah, there is definitely ways of trading different that can be profitable. But I'm profitable with Elliott, so I'm happy with that for now. Maybe I need to look into Neo just to know what you mean. Open your mind. I mean, there is so many different ways of trading that they teach you wrong. I mean, some people probably do, but I backtested my strategies and I'm profitable with it. So yeah. But again, the way I do LA Wave is not the it's not the I guess typical way, I guess, because I have RSI there as well. One way which is bulletproof. I don't think I can agree with that. Cause that like otherwise, yeah. Well, I don't know how you're marketing it, but yeah. But all I know is Elliott wave is never like it's always subjective how you're going to be drawing these things, and it's never going to be 100% trade. That's why we use risk management properly and take good risk to reward ratio trades, and that's all it does. It provides us setups, and that's all it should be, right? Other people are using SMC and all other stuff. So again, that's their way to look for like ways how the market is behaving as well. It's a bit different, or completely different, but yeah. Yeah, that's all good. I mean, you can send like if you have some kind of link, what you're referring, or if you're advertising something, let me know in the on the like either Discord or email, and I'll check it out. Or did you see pic? Let's see, what did you send? I mean, yeah, that is like a yeah, that ABC for me. That's 1, 2, 3, and your 4 and 5. Like, I don't know what the rules for those are on NeoWave. So, but yeah, I probably need to learn up on NeoWave. I'll set it, or I'll add it to my task list, never-ending task list. So, so maybe I can comment on that. I mean, yeah, I get it, but it's an ABC in Elliott wave. But it's 1, 2, 3 in NeoWave, I guess. But it's just about the ratios. Ratios of these structures. But multiple different ways of looking into the mock as well. And if it works for you, then that's all good. That's good. That's good. But I think I'm going to be heading out now. I don't think I got anything else at the moment to share. If you're interested in learning Elliott Wave, I have a course on Udemy. Check it out. Elliott Wave and RSI needs or requires you to know the basics of Elliott Wave. If you don't know about those, I have my Patreon set up with the basics course. You can check that out. If you're interested in getting signals for crypto and other assets, check us out on countercapital.com. 3 different traders, me, Oya, and Tim, having trade signals there, and that's all. You can join here if you're interested in that, and or even getting a trial. But that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and again, catch you in the next week's live stream again. Bye bye.